There was a head coaching hire yesterday.
Is it official?
I think it's official. I think we're going to call it official because we want to get your story. And that is the Houston Rockets hired Stephen Silas, who was an assistant in Dallas. He's been an assistant for about 2 decades. Comes highly recommended. I mean, I've never heard a bad word. I don't know him personally, other than saying hi to him in the hallway when he walked by me. You know him personally.
I don't know him personally. I know his father.
You kind of do.
I'm a good friend. I consider myself a good friend of Paul Silas, one of my all-time favorite players, and more importantly, people. One of the more, just a wonderful human being. Just as I had a distinction when our podcast guest Ryan McDonough was named the general manager of the Suns, I then said, this is the first major American sports executive whose christening I attended. In this case, we now have an NBA coach with whom I played NERF ball on my knees in his living room. And I don't think there's another writer or broadcaster or podcast host in America or the world who can make that statement.
So this means—
now what was Paul? This is when he was in Seattle. When he left the Celtics.
Go ahead, set it up for me. He's in Seattle. You're out there covering a game.
Yeah, I went out and they invited me over to the house naturally, you know. Yeah. And the first thing I remember is he took me into the walk-in closet with Paula's, his wife Paula's closet, and he said, "You're looking at $20,000 worth of shoes." And I wound up playing NERF ball on the basket in the living room on my knees with the young little Stephen Silas while I was
young?
A guest. Well, a toddler, two-ish maybe, you know. Well, look him up. Whatever he would have been in 1978.
So he's now 40. I want to say he's like 47. So 78. What are we now?
Well, look him up.
78 would have put him. So he's 2 years younger than me. So 7. He was 5 years old. Years old.
So anyway, we played NERF ball. So
did you let him get some goals, or what'd you do? Do you remember?
I made him earn them.
You did. You didn't get many of them.
I don't know. I know I played with him. I really did. So that's the thing. I thought about that his entire career.
Yeah.
I don't know him. You know, I don't know him. I think I met him once. I've actually spent a few more time with his sister.
Really?
Who arranged something I was doing with Paul, you know, rather than Stephen, because he was out working, you know. But so
are you still close with Paul?
I introduced him at the New England Sports Museum when they inducted him 2 years ago. Yep. And I stay in touch with him. You know, he lives out greater in Carolina, greater Raleigh.
I'm putting some pressure on you, Bob. The pressure on you is to get Stephen Silas on this pod in the next couple of weeks.
All right, I'll work through.
All right, that's your task. That's your main task.
He won't remember this, but I am telling you,
we have to have you tell the story. I mean,
see his face. Yeah,
maybe we'll get both Silases on. Why not get Paul and Stephen on?
Yeah, be great.
Right?
Be great.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So my task is to get Marcus Smart. Yours is to get the father-son Silas duo.
All right.